Hi guys, it's Marissa Schultz here, author of The Rise High Investor. Thanks for tuning in to another weekly video where I share with you tips to help you on your property investment journey. Today I'm going to be talking about using your superannuation to buy property. And this has become more popular in recent times, and it's clear to see why. There are many tax benefits, especially once you reach retirement age. And plus, it allows you to use your superannuation that you've worked so hard to get over your working life to own real property in your super fund that you can touch, feel, drive past, see, and control. And it's fantastic. You know, there are a lot of benefits to it, but there are also some downsides. Okay, and let's just address these so that you understand what you're getting yourself into if you do decide to use your superannuation to buy a property. The first one is that you can't add significant value to properties that you buy with debt in a super fund. So if you are buying a property and you're getting a loan for that property, you aren't actually allowed to add value to that property through structural changes. Okay, so that's the first one. The other one that is a big downside is that you can't access the equity growth from properties in superannuation. So whilst, you know, properties outside of super, as they grow in value, you can access the equity growth to then borrow more money to fund deposits on future purchases so that you can build your portfolio more quickly. You can't do that in super. So the amount that you borrow at the time that you purchase your property, that's the maximum the loan will ever be against that property. As the value of that property increases, the equity just gets locked into the super fund until a point in time when you sell that property. The other thing that is important to point out is finance is more difficult, takes longer, and is more expensive. Okay, so you just need to be aware of that when you are going down that path and understanding that it is a more complex finance application process, and the interest rate and the fees are going to be higher than your normal property investment loans outside of superannuation. The other thing to be aware of is that superannuation is a complex area, and there are massive penalties if you get this wrong. So it's really, really important that you're getting the right advice along the way, not only when you initially establish your super fund, but also the ongoing management and monitoring and compliance of your superannuation fund, that it's being done properly, okay? Because if you don't do it properly, the penalties are massive. So just make sure that you're aware of that, okay? So if you do have a substantial superannuation balance that you do want to use for your next investment property purchase, absolutely go ahead once you know the downsides. If you balance everything up and you still think it's good for you, then make sure that you get the right advice. Speak to your accountant, speak to your financial planner, make sure you get the right advice about how to set it up and how to manage it ongoing and the type of property that you should be buying in there to ensure that you set yourself up for the best chance of success with your superannuation fund. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's all I've got time for today. But as always, I love to get your questions and comments, and you can contact me directly at propertyinvestor@risehigh.com.au. I always love hearing from you. And as a thank you for tuning in, you can actually get a 50% discount off of my book on the website risehighinvestor.com.au using the code word video. I hope that today's been useful, and I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.